Hi everyone, thank you for watching the Saint Narsai Harp of the Spirit podcast. My name is Mira Buttress and today I'm here with Miriam and Anella and we will be discussing points on what we think is a good career for the future. So guys, what are good ways you can choose your career for the future?
Well, really, in choosing a career for the future, it really depends on what you like and what you enjoy. Because at the end of the day, when you choose a job and what you want to study for basically almost the rest of your life, you want to choose something that you like doing and you like to enjoy and you have a living passion for.
As well as not having to do a job that makes you unhappy. You want a job that makes you happy and you won't complain about ever.
Like you want to do something that makes you, if you do something that you enjoy, you'll most likely be so successful because you enjoy it and you like it and you want to do it. But you want to choose something that you would want to do in the future, not something that you think is good but you're not going to enjoy.
Yeah, and I feel like most people would choose a job just for the money. Like, for example, many choose to be a doctor, but then see the pressure and all the studying that they have to do. And then at the end of the day, it's really what you love and what you want to do. It doesn't matter how much you get paid. It doesn't matter how much hard work you put in. It really should be something you have a passion for.
Exactly. Like, what's the point in choosing something where you know that you're only doing it for the money? You want to do something that it would benefit you for your life, and you can pass it on to to generations and generations, because you know that you're going to enjoy it as much as you think you can.
Yeah.
And as well as doing the thing that you love, it requires passion and love for it, so that you don't just do it just because you have to or you feel obligated to do it. Because jobs that you love shouldn't feel like an obligation. It shouldn't even feel like work. It should feel like something that you actually genuinely want to do.
I think of it as we are the future, especially for our Assyrian nation. We are the future, and we need to work and achieve the best we can in order to, do something in the future and implement the values and morals of our Christian faith as well with what we do. For example, study, achieving the best we can in order so we can do something that we enjoy. We can do something that many people aren't going to be doing, and that will actually benefit us and benefit our people. Because at the end of the day, we are the future, and we're going to lift the Assyrian name. So we need to do something that we know would benefit us, our families, and our culture.
Yeah, and I feel like there's so many careers to choose from, like becoming a teacher for our Assyrian community, or even becoming a politician. We can have a chance to speak for our Assyrian community and really, put ourselves out there, make ourselves known, make everyone know that we are here and we're here to make, have a voice for ourselves. We're trying to change everything. Everyone's here on this earth to have everyone has a purpose here. And, becoming a politician, that changes things. That allows us to have that voice that we all strive to have.
As also, from a child, you have little amount of options, as to what you want to do. But then as you progress into age, you finally start to figure out other options and what you can do in the future. So then if you, as you progress, you kind of have more of an understanding of what each career can do for you. And if you get into studying and for what you want to do, even though some careers don't exactly require studying, it'll still help you.
Yeah, for example, I think a career within the medical industry is very good.
Yeah.
It's good money, especially if you really enjoy science, for example, because at the end of the day, you want to do something. For example, if someone enjoys science and all that types of relating to medical and the body, then I think doctor's actually a really good job. You can assist people. You're working all the time. You're meeting new people. You're learning new things from people that are sick, and it really helps you. Also improves your self-confidence, because let's say you help someone that was ill, you help someone that was struggling from something. It's a really good feeling and a proud feeling, because you're doing something you enjoy. You're doing it because you wanted to do it, and you're successful at it. You're helping people.
And if you're not good at a subject in high school, like maths or English or science, for example, that doesn't mean you can't strive and to go and do what you want to do
Just work
as a
harder.
career. Exactly. Just work harder.
And I feel like what we choose in our future really is it's really something based from our childhood. Like me personally, I've always been interested in doing something like medical. I've always been interested in becoming a pediatrician. Hopefully, like I love like the idea of working with kids and making them feel better, because that's really, I feel like that's a stigma around becoming a doctor. You just always want to help people, make people feel better about themselves. You know, that's the whole point of it, really. And also, I've always had a love, you know, of also teaching. I feel like that's a really thing that I've always like developed recently. Like I've always had this, you know, this passion, you know, teaching, especially I feel like with these assignments that they're giving us for presentations, I've really, you know, developed that passion for teaching children. So I feel like that's also an option for me in the future.
As well as for me, like personally, I've always wanted to do acting, mainly because a family member of mine as well, like, kind of got me into it. So like, and I love being energetic. I love like thinking on the spot. I just love all just that improvising. Yes, exactly. And I just love everything about it. It gets me so hyped up, and like I liked it.
Yeah, and I feel like it's also a good thing, because Australian actors, I feel like we're not as well known. So I feel like if we're getting more out there, I feel like acting is a really good choice for people. For people now, especially around our age, to really have that passion for it. I feel like that's a really good thing to
like
go for.
For example, me, I think like having a job within the medical industry is really, really nice. Like I've always, like, especially now, it's just stuck into my mind that I really want to do something within the medical industry. And I really want to do this because I want to be able to help people. I want to be able to do something that's different, you know, become something that I know I enjoy, because I really like science. I have a love for science. And I feel like because of that, I can really do something that, for example, in the medical industry, I can help people, meet new people, you know, assist people with, like, you know, they're struggling, and hopefully, like, you know, help them and assist them and just get them through what they're going through. Because at the end of the day, we're here to help as like people that work within the medical industry, and make sure that everyone has you know, good mental health, physical health, and like well-being in general.
Yeah, and I feel like that's really the area that really will never die, because there's always people that need help. Like there's so many options. You become a surgeon, you become an anesthetist. There's so many things, like a GP, like just a general, like in general, there's just so much you can do. There's so many options, so many.
And I feel like they're very interesting, because like they all work in different fields of the body. Like, you know, some specialize in muscle pain, some specialize in like herbal medicine. You know, and it's really interesting because there's so many aspects to it, and you can choose from so many different aspects. They're all pretty interesting to me, and I feel like that's the most important part. You want to do something you're interested in and something that you have a passion for, because that's just what's going to lead you to become a very successful person that will benefit the society in general.
And with acting, the thing is, not many people really make it. They're not really successful because they find it as like the one thing they need to survive. Like they need the money, so then, and they don't have like the resources to be able to get into another career that they actually like, and also because, so then they just find acting like as an obligation, which again isn't something you want to do, and it makes people like not happy, so then they just don't want to like do it anymore. They don't want to.
Yeah, and like I feel like with acting, it's more of a different job. Like you don't see many people wanting to become an actor, and it's actually really nice, like when you see people wanting to become an actor, especially within our community, because we don't have many actors here. And to become an actor, it's actually really good, because you're giving that positive impact onto other people, where people will watch you and they'll learn from you and they want to be like you, especially if you're a good person and you're
be an inspiration.
Yeah, if you're an inspiration.
And I like that. Yeah, exactly.
For example, some people like our age, they look up to actors, like, you know, from different cultures, and it's actually really important that we actually see them as our role model. We want to be like them in a good way.
Yeah, of course.
And I feel like in the future, with becoming with what you want to be, I feel like you have to have that motivation for it. Like I feel like, as like relating back to acting, many people just give up on it because they've been rejected so many times, and they lose that motivation they have. So I feel like you should really go for that career that you're really driven for, and that's what we really have a passion for. And like I always think, like if you're gonna choose a job, you're gonna choose a job that you feel like you're not working for, because you love it so much, and you love doing what you do, really.
Yeah, I agree with Anela. Like, if you have the motivation to do something, do it. Go for it. You know, strive for the best. Because at the end of the day, as I said before, we are the future. And without us, and without, you know, us being the future, we cannot, you know, like direct our Assyrian nation. So we want to make people proud of us. We want to lift the people, like our family, and, you know, just be who we are in the future. And work on doing something that we enjoy, work on doing something that we know we would help other people, and we would be role models and inspirations for others to actually look up to.
And regardless of what anyone thinks, you should really just not care about what anyone else says. Do what you want to do what you love.
At the end of the day, we're going to become successful.
And if you have support from like your family members and your friends, then that's even better. But if you don't, still at the end of the day, you're not doing it for them, you're
doing it for yourself.
Yeah,
exactly.
And you want to become successful, and to do that, you need to make sure that you do something where you inspire people, and you just just be happy with what you do.
And also, like, another thing with business, don't do it just because you see all like other people doing it and becoming successful. Do it because you like find pride and joy in it.
Yeah. So is there anything else you guys want to add? Like,
no.
I feel like we've pretty much like overall we should really just, a career is something that you should do, something that you love, something that you have a passion for, something you just want to do and have an impact on in the world. So I feel like that's really
and that's the most important thing about it. So is there anything you want to add or take off? Yeah. Right. Thank you for watching the St. Narsai Harp of the Spirit podcast. God bless.